You guys, quick update on the G35. I not working on the white G35 that got in a car accident. As a matter of fact, plans changed drastically. I ended up buying a new G35. It's blacked out interior, just how I wanted in the past. Same year and model though, automatic transmission. I still plan on doing a manual swap somewhere in the future. We'll see. But the reason I got a new G35 is because the same amount of money that I got this G35 cost the same amount of money that I would have put into the white G35. And in my case, I had to get it work, so I just took the car that was running. I bought this new G35. It came bagged, right? And so that's the purpose of this video. I know nothing about bags or air suspension at all, and this car came bagged. I do know enough and have done enough research to know that this setup is really like messed up. It is a really old setup too, probably like one of the most basic versions. It's a universal version, really bad, but it does its job and it looks pretty good in the outside. It's cool. What happened here is one of my lines ripped. I'm about to go show you guys right now in a little bit. I'm not recording outside because it's really windy, but in this video I'm going to show you how to replace that one line if your line rips. The reason I'm doing this video is because a lot of people make videos on how to install these things, but they never really show the little details like the wiring and the airlines and stuff like that. So I want to show you guys how to do it just because I figured it out, and hopefully helps you guys. So I'm gonna go outside right now and open the hood and show you guys what happened to my line, if it ever happens to you. It wasn't the bag, it was the line, so you don't have to replace the entire bag. If that happens, maybe I'll do a video in the future. But to be honest, this setup is so messed up, I'm kind of thinking about going back to stock suspension meanwhile, but that's not gonna happen anytime soon. So let me show you guys what I did. You guys, this is the airline that went bad. It actually ripped right here. I just taped it up with duct tape so that I can temporarily air the bags up, and it works really good. The tape keeps enough pressure so that I can lift up the car and put the jack underneath so that I can lift it up and get the tire out of the way so that I can get to the airline right here and pull it out. So I'm gonna take this duct tape off real quick and show you guys what it looks like, so you guys can see the damage and kind of see how you can relate. Either way, it's gonna be the same if it rips all the way or something. Hopefully this helps. You guys, here's the damage to my airline. It's literally like ripped open. The air pressure just shoots out as soon as I turn it on, so it doesn't even give it a few seconds to stay up, to be honest. So if you're gonna want to lift your car up enough so that you can get the jack underneath, you're gonna have to put some duct tape around this so that it can temporarily hold some pressure to lift up the car so you can put the jack in there really fast. So without further ado, let's get right into the video and how to replace this line. You guys, so I got most of the car prepped, but not even prepped, to be honest. It just came like that because the person who did the job, whoever did it, did a really bad job in taking care of the interior. It's actually like pretty ripped up and really out of place. Let me show you what I mean real quick. So as you can see, there's the air tank. That's my new line. I'm gonna put it, it's in the trunk. But the air compressor isn't even bolted on to the trunk. The ECU is just like bolted on with one bolt. They did a lot of weird things here. This is not how it's supposed to be, but this applies to any air suspension, whether it's done right or not, because in my case, I'm looking at the front right tire, right? This is the one that is ripped, and that's the one that we're gonna have to take out. And see, the person that did it before didn't even bother to put the body work back in. He just left it out and kind of broke it. So I'm gonna get to that in a little bit on how to just take the rest out. In my case, you didn't have to remove the seats because you can kind of see the line coming through here. It's gonna be pretty easy. But if you do have to make it 100% easier, you can remove the seats and the bottom ones just so that you have more space and it's easier to navigate around and to when you're done. It's a little more work. I just don't have my ratchet on me. I asked my friend if I can borrow a set of wrenches. I don't know why I thought I was thinking of or ratchet. Anyways, it's too late now, and I decided I'm gonna do it without removing the seats. I'm just gonna take the panels off, and hopefully it works out, and try to keep you guys on track as well, because it is a lot of moving, and I'm using my phone. I don't have that much. Well, I only have two hands. So right, you guys, let's get into it. So as you can see, there's one line for each corner of the car. Even though it is the most basic system, all air suspension looks similar to this. You got the front left tire, then you got the front right, rear left, rear right. In my case, I gotta pull out the left right. So all you gotta do to pull out the line is press on that little gray ring, press down on it, and then pull on the line. It's that simple. If you don't push on that gray ring, you're not gonna be able to pull it out. So now that I pulled out the line, I'm gonna follow the line. Pretty simple, and it's obviously leading into here. To get to that, I'm gonna have to take off this door panel. So let's get started on that. You guys, quick update. Ever since I pulled this out, I realized that it's not in between the seat, and it's in fact just completely behind this, right? So what I did is I popped this off, right? It's just got a few, actually, let me show you. It's got these little clips right here that connect to this. All you gotta do is pull back and up, I guess, or something like that. I can't really be too sure exactly if that's what I did, because like I said, mine was already taken apart pretty much. The guy didn't put it in all the way. And so at this point, you don't really have to take off the seats if it's back here like mine was. And all you gotta do is find the right line to yank on. Make sure you're pulling the right one, and just keep pulling it out until it gets out of the door panel, just like that. You can see, well, actually, I guess I wasn't wrong. You could still see it in between the seats right here. It just goes into the door panel from underneath over there in that area somewhere. It's actually right there. So I guess that's gonna be a little hard to put back in when I get to it, but we'll see. For now, all you gotta do is pull it out, and there you go. I might actually have enough wire to reuse it, if anything, because there's a lot of extra wire. Just cut off the tip. But anyways, most airbag suspension, when it's installed, is usually under the carpet. Mine, like I said, wasn't put on very neatly. So all I have to really do is just keep going over there and following the wire. This is what it looks like halfway. If you made it this far, I guess you can start going to the outside and unplugging the hose from the outside. Like the inside is the same thing though. Instead of a gray ring though, it's green. Let me show you what I mean. So you just go look in here around your bag. The line's usually gonna be under the bag. All you gotta do is press on that little green ring and just pull it out just like that. And honestly, it's really as simple as that. When you're putting the line back in, all you gotta do is put it in that ring. My bad. And after that, it just locks in. It doesn't come off, as you can see. Now that I have the outside and the inside unplugged, I can go ahead and just pull the wire through and out. But I'm not gonna do that because I need to make sure I remember the route that the wire comes through, just to make sure I can do it by myself again. And like I said, everybody wires their cars different. You can make your holes in a lot of different places. In my case, mine was through the chassis up here and through the battery. Let me show you what I mean. So you see mine's unplugged right here, and it goes to the chassis. There's a hole up there, right? Which leads up to, it leads right here. Right here. I still haven't figured out what this thing is, this little white place thing, whatever it is. But we're gonna find out right now. And mine continues going through here into the passenger's compartment. So I'm about to show you guys what that looks like. By the way, if you want to have an easier time taking off the carpet, all you gotta do is just pull off this little rubber piece, pull it up a little bit, and it allows you to just simply pick up the carpet and just move it over a little bit while you work on the car. Just like that. As you can see, there's where my airline goes through, and once again, it's already open because of the last person. And so my airline's gonna go straight up through here. I'm gonna take this off real quick and get back to you guys when I figure out how to take that off without breaking it. Alright, so that little piece under the glove box, there's this little thing that all you gotta do is twist it off, right? Well, you just take that off and it should just pop out just like this. Honestly, it might be a little different for you guys because, like I said, mine's not in place, but all you gotta do is figure out how to take off this little department right here, and it should come off. Alright, so once you take that screw out and this little plastic piece from under the glove department, by the way, all you gotta do is pretty much pull it off with a little bit of force. It's just these two clips that hold it together. You follow the line and you keep following it, and as you can see, mine goes all the way up here. Let me get a better angle and show you guys what's underneath, if I can. Alright, you guys, so here I am under my glove department, right? And all you gotta do is follow the wire, and as you can see, mine goes all the way up through the chassis. Now, when I install the new line, I'm not gonna be able to go put my hand through here and stick it up through where it came out. I'm actually gonna stick it through the top and just keep pushing it down until it pops up down here, and then I'm just gonna pull it back down and all the way back into the ECU pretty much. Let me show you guys. Underneath the glove department, this is pretty much where you're headed. So like I said, I'm not gonna be able to reach my arm down there and just stick it through. Maybe I will, but it'll be harder. So what I'm gonna do instead is, when I get my new line, I'm just going to bring it in until I can pull it out from the inside and then back to the back of the car. So let's get started. I'm pulling out you guys. So my plan was to take the whole line out, right? Well, I figured out what this thing is, and it's pretty much just a ring that you can connect the hose to, just like the green one that you've seen in there and the gray one that you've seen in there. All you gotta do is push down on this little white ring and the hose just slides right off. So in my case, my hose is right here. I took it off pretty easy. So I guess I didn't have to unplug the actual bag from the hose. I could have kept it on. And so my plan was to put a new wire down through there, but since I have so much extra wire, you guys, I'm just gonna cut right here. I'm just gonna pull some extra one and plug it back in. I didn't have to go through the whole process of actually taking the car apart, I guess, but I'm glad I still got to show you guys how to do this, if it helps by any means. Like I said, all you still got to do is just, if you are replacing the entire cable and you do pull it out, I would just push it in through there so you can go down the glove compartment and you can just pull it out through the inside and back out the carpet. I'm still going to show you guys the rest of the process because I already pulled out my wire, so I got to put it back in anyways, except for this one part. So I'm gonna show you guys the tool you need to use to cut these properly, because there is a certain way that you have to do this. So let me go get that tool real quick. All right, you guys, so here's the tool that you need to use specifically to cut these airlines. You just got to put it wherever the hose seems best. Mine should be good right here. All you got to do is push down and it cuts it clean off. The reason you wouldn't do the tool is because it needs to be a really clean cut and it has to be really straight so that it can fit into the attachment smoothly without just like a pointy part going in and like the other half sliding out or whatever, you know. So that concludes my rip part. All you got to do now is continue like I said, push it down you're gonna have this extra line. You just push it back in just like that, and it can't come out. I can't pull it out no more. And once you're done with this, obviously you want to plug in the one underneath, which is my case is right here. You plug it into the green ring, and after that it will not come out. It just slides in, but it won't slide out unless you push down on the ring. So my issue is solved. My car should air up again after I put everything back in place. Let me show you how that's gonna look like right now. Alright, you guys, quick update on the G35. I completely pulled out the air line from the air compressor. As you can see, it's the only hose that's not plugged in. But anyways, I pulled it out completely just to realize that I have a lot of extra line, to the point where I could have really just cut the end that's messed up right here and right here, and just pull it through and plug it in again, which is pretty much what I did. But I didn't have to completely take my car apart just like I did. I could have easily just cut it here and here, put it in here, and then just closed it up. Would have been that simple, but I already took it apart and it's too late, so we're just gonna continue doing what we're doing. This is the old line. I haven't put the new one in. Like I said, I'm just reusing it because I have a lot of extra line. But it should be able to air up without any issues now, and yeah, should be up and running pretty soon. Alright, you guys, so once you pushed it down through the glove department, all you gotta do is put it underneath the carpet, just tuck it in. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna do that and skip to the part where I put it into the actual panels, because I feel like that's gonna be more of a complicated process. So I'll meet you guys there in a few seconds. Alright, you guys, so the way I'm gonna do it so that I don't have to take the entire panel off is I want to get the line, I'm gonna put it underneath there, and I'm just gonna keep pulling on the line underneath the panel until it gets as far as I need it to get, just like that. So it's in the panel now, and all I'm gonna do is just pull it to the side like so, like this, and you just keep pulling it like that. And with two hands, obviously you just tuck it in, and you go back all the way to the compressor, you put it through the zip line or whatever you got it through, and then you just plug it back in, and you should be set. That's literally all you need to do. I'm gonna tuck mine in like I said and plug it in, and once I get everything put back together, pretty much just exactly what I just said, meet up with you guys outside so I can show you guys if it works. Alright, you guys, so I plugged it in, I closed this up. Honestly, it's just a bunch of pressing in, and I ended up closing that. Came out pretty clean. All that's left is put on the tire, drop the jack, and see if it works. And I'll see you guys in a few seconds to show you guys if it works. Pretty sure it's fixed, so let's find out. Alright, you guys, for the moment of truth, gotta let the air compressor
Bluetooth connect.
charge up real quick. It's gonna take a minute, so I'll resume the video when it's all charged up. While I wait. As you can see, I can't take out my jack until I air it up, so it should be done charging now. I'm gonna go ahead and try to turn it on and let you guys know. Alright, here we go. Everything's charging up and looking like it's staying where it's supposed to be. The tank is a little low right now. Gotta wait for it to charge up real quick so I can hit 90 all the way around. But this was the main problem. It was always dropping down to 0 because of that leak, and it appears now that there is no more leak. So just pretty much saying that it works. Let me just press this again. And there you go. 90 all the way across. Let me show you guys outside real quick. Like new. You can take your jack out. Is it harder than I thought? Anyways, my leak was right here. I was able to pinpoint it because you can literally hear the pressure coming out every time you would air it up. The noise was coming back from back here. My friend was actually the one who pinpointed it. It was down there, not down here. So that's how we found out it wasn't the bags. So yeah, that's it, you guys. That's pretty much how you replace a single line. If all you gotta do is replace the line. And I know there's a lot of tutorials out there to show you how to replace the lines independently. So hope this helps you guys out. We'll see where the road takes us when it comes to the build. Alright, you guys, she's good. I took the air out, put it back in a few times just to make sure everything's good. Car stays up, the compressor's doing its job, the passenger side raises and it stays up. Everything seems to be working pretty good now. She's back, boys.